Hi, friends, and welcome to this week's version of Ask the EO Vet Q&A. I do this every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time, where I come on live, and if anybody else hops on live, I'll answer your questions about your animals, about essential oils and animals, whatever. For those of you that are hopping on, make sure that let me know that you can hear me and see me okay. Give me a hello in the chat and let me know where you're from and what essential oil you're using today. I am super excited. I hope you guys caught my post the other day about citronella. I've been getting so many questions this week about parasites in animals, fleas and ticks and lice and spring has sprung and all the bugs are out and it's going to be a bad year for it looks like, at least here in Texas. So citronella comes at a very timely time for us to be able to prevent the pest from coming onto our animals. And I'm really excited because I'm going to be doing kind of a test for different fly sprays out there. We have 50 horses moving out to the ranch at the end of this month. And so I'm going to be testing out some different fly sprays and hopefully coming up with some really, really good recipes for you guys. And if you want to see all the fun and the bloopers and the good stuff, be sure to check out my reels on Instagram because I'll probably post them there the most, although I'll probably post them on here too. So if you have a question about essential oils and animals, go ahead and put that in the comments. But before we get to that, I do have one quick announcement. And that is that this week, actually right now, it's available right now on demand. I have created a essential oils masterclass entitled The Top 5 Mistakes Pet Parents Make When Using Essential Oils with Their Animals. This particular masterclass goes through the top 5 mistakes, how to avoid them and prevent them, as well as how to do self-selection and introduce essential oils to an animal, whether it's a new essential oil or it's an animal that's new to essential oils. So definitely check that out. I think you'll get a lot of value out of it. In order to check that out, go to essentialoilvet.com/EO masterclass. I'll post that in the chat there. So you guys can grab that. Definitely check that out. Oh, I think I have a banner for it too. There we go. Free masterclass. It's totally free. essentialoilvet.com/EO masterclass. It is really good. It's only about 30 minutes, and you'll have the option at the end to register for a 2-day workshop with me live that you'll have lifetime access to the recordings on May 20th and 21st. Never before done content. We're going to do essential oils A to Z. We're going to talk about essential oils for joints and senior animals and whelping and new animals in the home and anxiety, stress, environmental things, how to use essential oils with grooming, everything that you ever wanted to know about essential oils and cats and dogs. We are going to be covering in that 2-day workshop. There's only so much I can cover in the 30-minute free class, but you can grab that free class and have a chance to register for the 2-day workshop. We do have limited spots on those, so make sure you register for that today. So I did want to make sure I announced that before I forgot. So with that, if you're hopping on live and you have a question, go ahead and put it in the chat. It looks like we have one from Barbara first. Who says, my cat pees on furniture. Vet says no medical problems. I work from home, only pet. Any oils to deter his behavior? So the way to do that is to figure out what essential oils he doesn't like and spray that on the furniture that he's marking. The other thing you want to do is make sure you have 2 litter boxes, not just 1, but 2. If you have a multi-story house, have 1 on each level. And if you have just one, just make sure they're in different parts of the home. So with our kitty, we had one in the bathroom and we had one in the office with our one cat that we had. We just lost her on Friday, unfortunately, but that will help a lot. Make sure your litter box is cleaned every single day. Cats are meticulous. They do not like to go. I don't like to go to the bathroom in a toilet that has other stuff in it. I don't know about you guys, like, especially in a public restroom, you like, oh, close that door, go to the next one to go to one that's clean. And cats are the same way. So we want to make sure that their litter boxes are clean. We want to make sure that they're being fed a species appropriate diet, which is a carnivore diet for cats. They really do well on raw. If you don't want to do raw, do a homemade cooked or canned diet as opposed to a kibble-based diet. Kibble is the very worst thing you can do for cats. And then the other thing is making sure that you're cleaning the area really, really well with an enzyme-based cleaner. The On Guard laundry detergent is enzyme-based. There's a couple of products called My Pet Peed is a really good product. And Nature's Miracle has a urine-specific enzyme-based cleaner for that furniture to make sure it doesn't smell, because otherwise they're going to keep marking it. It's kind of a thing. Now, as far as oils to deter, find an oil that they don't like. Some oils that most cats don't like are black pepper, peppermint, citrus oils. They tend to not like those. Although every animal is an individual, and I have seen cats that like all of those oils. So just find one that your cat doesn't like and then put that in around that area so he doesn't want to go there. Which means he's not going to want to lay on the furniture either, just so you know. Let's see. Laura is diffusing breathe and cardamom in Lexington, North Carolina. That's so awesome. Jacqueline says, can you use oils on swine for mites? Yes, you can. If so, which ones? So we actually have some really great oils for parasites. This is just such a popular topic right now. Citronella, I just did a post on, is one of them. I'm actually going to be doing a webinar in the membership group on the 25th of this month, specifically about parasites. So I'm going to do a whole hour on parasites. We're also going to cover that in the 2-day workshop as well, but not for swine, for cats and dogs. For swine, I like to do a mixture. So I like to actually mix up an oil base. So choose a carrier oil, fractionated coconut oil. You can use olive oil if you want. And then you can use TerraShield, you can use geranium, you can use peppermint with swine, you can use eucalyptus, all of these repelling type oils, cedarwood, citronella, lemon, eucalyptus, all good options as well. If you wanted to just do one, I would choose TerraShield and put a lot of those, several drops on your piggy, and then coat them with oil and just let it sit for a while. It's just like you really have to like get them to, because it's very repelling, and you want it to work, so you don't just want to wipe it off right away. So that is what I would recommend for mites. Geranium's the other one I forgot to mention. Geranium's another really, really good one for mites specifically. So definitely check that out. I hope your piggy feels better. Laura Ellen, it says, my cat has 2 thin spots on his coat. Not sure of the cause. They don't seem to be getting bigger. Stronger seems to have helped one of them. Suggestions, please. So I would actually use the skin rejuvenating spray over at essentialoilvet.com/recipes. There's a skin rejuvenating spray that can really help with that. If it's bilateral, the same spot on both sides, I would definitely get some blood work done on your cat and make sure it's not endocrine related. Or something else going on, but that is probably where I would start with that. Stronger is another really good choice though. If that's working well for you, I would continue to do that. Let's see. Nikki says probiotics recommended for an older chihuahua. So there's a lot of really good probiotics out on the market. I don't really have one that I'm like, oh, this one's the best one ever. A lot of veterinarians use like Fortiflora. I don't love that one because it's got a lot of fillers. So just look at the ingredients and make sure it's one that you like. Dr. Mercola's Complete Pet Probiotics is a good one. You can also use plain kefir, plain Greek yogurt. You can use fermented foods that are safe for dogs and things like that. So there's a lot of different options out there as far as probiotics goes. Diane says that she has a 12-year-old dog with joint issues. He had three ACL surgeries when he was younger. That's hard. It's hard for him to sit down. What would help? So Diane, I have a really good combination that I like to use for these arthritic, because with that many surgeries, he's for sure got arthritis. Okay, so I would say, and also your dogs in your profile photo are super adorable, I have to say. So I would use 1 to 2 drops, depending on if he's over 50 pounds, do 2 drops each of frankincense, copaiba, and turmeric twice a day with food. So it's a lot of oils, but it's really helpful. And you can also give one of the Deep Blue polyphenol complex capsules if they're over 35 pounds. If he's younger, less than 35 pounds, do half of a capsule, like open it up and sprinkle half of it on there. And you can do that once or twice a day. Just watch for loose stools. If there's loose stools, decrease the frequency and you should be fine. So that's where I would start with that. And then make sure that he's on a joint supplement. So New Vet Plus, New Vet, NUVET, has a really good glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM, and vitamin C supplement that is very, very clean and very, very good. In order to order that, just go to newvet.com, use code 27702 to check out. It is called New Joint, NUJOINT DS, which stands for double strength, New Joint DS wafers. And that is my favorite glucosamine supplement for dogs specifically. And you can actually use that one for cats as well. So that is highly, highly recommended that you give him the highest dose of that, because it'll help a ton, especially in preventing future issues. All right, let's see. Any other questions? All right. Diane says, I have a 6-year-old dog with separation anxiety using fluoxetine. Not thrilled with keeping him on that. Is there an oil for that? So Diane, it sounds like you really need to join the membership, just so you know, because we actually have a webinar just on separation anxiety in there, and a webinar on just anxiety in general that I think would be really beneficial. So there's a lot of different oils you can use. Our grounding blend, our calming blend, our reassuring blend, lavender, copaiba, Roman chamomile, petitgreen. We have so many different calming oils that can really help with this issue in conjunction with training. So there is a desensitization type process, and I go through that in the separation anxiety webinar in the membership. So I would really encourage you to go check that out. It's only $27 for a month of access. You can watch both those webinars and leave if you want. I'd prefer if you stayed, because it sounds like you have some dog issues that you probably want to hang out and learn about. So to join the membership, it's only $27, and it's essentialoilvet.com/members. If you sign up for a year, you get a $54 discount. There's some pretty great things going on in there, including our parasite webinar later this month. So definitely check that out. All right, let's talk about parasites. We're going to talk about internal worms. We're going to talk about heartworms. We're going to talk about external parasites like fleas and ticks and lice and mites and all the itchy, nasty bugs that we like to talk about and that I have to deal with all the time in Texas because it never gets cold here. So there's bugs year round. Of course, it does get cold for like a week every year, I guess. All right, let's see. There was one other question. Any oils that will support ligament pain, Sarah? I just went over that with the ACL question from Diane. So definitely go watch the replay if you missed that. So frankincense, copaiba, turmeric, and the Deep Blue polyphenols are going to help a lot. And then there is a question from Mihaela. Any recommendations for a fungus underneath a dog's paw? Myrrh is going to be your best friend for that. Turmeric is also really good. Arborvitae is also really good for that. So all good options. Make sure you're diluting properly depending on the dog's size. If you for free dilution chart, you guys can head over to essentialoilvet.com/pet safety for a free pet safety guide. And on page 15 of that is a dilution guide that you can actually just figure out. You don't even have to do calculations, how many drops to use in a certain size bottle, and go from there. All right, really good questions today, you guys. I hope that you learned a little bit and got some value out of this live that I do for you on Sundays. Definitely, just as a reminder for those of you that hopped on late, we do have a free masterclass available for you now, essentialoilvet.com/EO masterclass. Check that out. The top 5 mistakes pet owners make when using essential oils, so you don't hurt your animals when using essential oils, and that you know how to use it safely and how to do self-selection properly so that you can use essential oils the right way in your home and not make those mistakes. It's really awesome. It's only 30 minutes of your time. Go check it out. It's totally free. Go check it out right now. I'll see you guys later. See you next week. Bye.